Hello everyone, this is William Amzalag. Welcome to our 34th episode of Jeunesse Longevity TV. Evoque, our new line of essential oil. 5,000 years ago, Egyptians believed in life after death. They believed that they have to preserve their bodies so they could use them in the afterlife. Egyptians paid vast amount of money to have their body properly preserved. This process was called mummification, and it took about 70 days to embalm a body. The body was wrapped in strands of linen, and then the linen was impregnated with essential oil as thyme, lavender, peppermint, cedar, rose, and many others. Through mummification, ancient Egyptians used to keep the body intact after death for thousands of years. Where is the magic? Why essential oil preserve the body to be destroyed, as it is usually the case when we die? Mainly because essential oil, as it was used by the Egyptians, were strongly antibacterial and did not let the process of putrefaction taking place. Essential oil are compounds extracted from plants. They retain the natural smell and flavor or essence of their sources. They are not oil in a chemical sense. Most of them are volatile. This is why it will be more accurate to call them essence from herbs or essence from flowers. They are obtained through distillation or mechanical methods such as cold pressing. The chemicals in essential oils can interact with your body in a number of ways. When applied to your skin with a vegetable oil carrier, some plant chemicals are absorbed, and many improve some health challenge as inflammation, infection, boosting immunity, or healing scars. Inhaling the aromas from essential oils can stimulate area from your brain, and especially the limbic system that plays a role in emotion, behavior, and long-term memory. Diffusing some special blends may promote also restful sleep. At Jeunesse, we selected the inhalation pathway to begin with, and we create Evoque. Evoque is a line of 5 essential oil blends with a diffuser designed to promote a permanent balance in your body. Evoque is in accordance with the Jeunesse Yes system and the 5 elements of the Chinese tradition. According to Chinese medicine, good health is the end result of harmonious flow of the energy through the 5 elements of the body, representing all our functions. The energy is circulating into special channels called meridians, and will provide to each element the necessary level of energy by activating or deactivating the element. In Western medicine, the process is called homeostasis, which is the ability to our body to restore balance despite constant change by activating or deactivating certain genes. Therefore, we design 5 blends according to the 5 elements to help our homeostasis system to maintain stability. Energize is a blend of mandarin, rosemary, eucalyptus, and orange designed to reinforce our fire element. The power of fire is transformation. This is your vital life force energy for self-esteem. A balanced fire element support our healing and emotional wounds. Balance is a blend of orange, lemon, lavender, cananga, bergamot, clary sage, ylang ylang, vetiver, and Roman chamomile designed to reinforce our earth element. The power of earth is the call for our full potential. A balanced earth element support our personal freedom and autonomy. Enhance is a blend of Illicium verum, Ameiris, myrrh, sandalwood, lavender, cinnamon, and cassia essential oils designed to reinforce our metal element. The power of metal is movement and integration. A balanced metal element support acceptance and integration of your life experiences. Defend is a blend of cardamom, geranium, peppermint, rosemary, and eucalyptus essential oil designed to reinforce our water element. The power of water is to be fluid, to overcome obstacles, and act with integrity. A balanced water element supports a strong immune system and a good sense of physical power, health, and well-being. Clarity is a blend of spearmint, frankincense, basil, and lemon essential oil designed to reinforce our wood element. A balanced wood element supports you to plan, organize, and take decisive action. A balanced wood element supports your personal freedom and autonomy. Which one you should use, it is entirely up to you. All depend of your mood, your energy level, your state of mind, the season, or simply your taste in terms of smelling. Now, some safety tips. Essential oils are generally safe, especially the ones we select in our blends. Keep all essential oil away from flames as candles or gas, as they can be flammable. Keep out of reach of children. Please consult a physician before use if you are pregnant, nursing, or under a doctor care. Avoid contact with the eyes, inner ears, and sensitive area. If irritation occurs, discontinue the use of the product. looking young as long as possible, thinking young as long as possible, feeling young as long as possible. Yes, you can do it with Evox. My name is William Amzalag, and I am Generation Young. See you at our next episode. Bye bye.